Studies show that Huntsville, Alabama is the worst city in Alabama to invest in. You've got to be kidding me. But before we jump into that, make sure you hit subscribe below to stay on top of all the latest Huntsville, Alabama real estate news. So the study used data from Zillow to effectively calculate the cap rates on properties in Huntsville. So cap rates are an effective tool, a useful tool for investors to figure out what their rate of return or cash flow is on a particular property. And so this particular study was more geared towards investors, and obviously the majority of purchasers are living in the home, and it obviously they get a rate of return based on appreciation. But when you look at an investment, you have multiple factors. You have the appreciation, you have the cash flow as well. And so this particular study was focusing only on the cash flow side of things, which is really not the most effective way to look at investment properties. And so on the one hand, the cash flow is definitely down here in the Huntsville area. And the reason for that is we've had this rapid appreciation, and rents have simply not kept up with that appreciation yet. And they've really kind of stayed down a little bit more than they would normally because of all the apartment building that we've had. So on the one hand, the study does highlight that rents have not caught up with the appreciation, and cap rates are a little bit lower in the Huntsville area. But to say that Huntsville has one of the worst investment areas in the state is actually not taking in the majority of what's really most important on the investment side, which is appreciation. So typically when you look at an investment, so I'm an investor, I look at three things. Number one is, are you in a city where there's enough people moving to the area or enough population growth where that home, that apartment complex is going to be able to rent out? So you need something that's going to be stable and safe. So that's number one. So check mark, we have that here in the Huntsville area. Number two is I do look at cash flow as well, because cash is king, and it allows you to ride out all the dips and valleys of the real estate market, whether the real estate market is going up or going down. Cash flow allows you to survive that. So cash flow is definitely an important component, but the majority of that component of an investment analysis is the appreciation. That's where Huntsville is so strong. And it's also so strong when it comes to when you leverage your money. So for example, if Huntsville is appreciating at a 5% rate, and you put 20% down, that is more like a 5x multiplier. So that's really a 25% rate of return on your money, plus the cash flow that you'd be receiving as well. So even if our cash flows are slightly lower here in the Huntsville area, appreciation is much stronger. And so if you were to factor that into the equation, what you would find is Huntsville is going to be at the top of the list in terms of rate of returns and investments. And that's why me as an investor, I am still buying and I'm investing in our local Huntsville, Alabama real estate market. Whether you're a homeowner or an investor and you want to capitalize on the great rate of returns that we have here in Huntsville, Alabama, shoot us an email at moving@mattcurtisrealestate.com, or you can give us a call at 256-333-MOVE.